Hello possums, Dreymasmith here in Alethia. Excuse me waving fish at you all. Smurf has been very, very busy. If you saw his stream you'd have seen him building this. This is the 2-high flower farm. It's a lot more complicated than I thought it would be. But we've now got to build a farmhouse around this, which is going to be an interesting task. I need to head back to the base, just over there, and pick up some materials. He's built a little bit of it, but yeah, we need to build the outsides. So we're just going to come over here. Oh, and excuse the leaves. I'm not normally one for texture packs, but I've got a little texture pack add-on today, which is Germsy Boy's Better Foliage. I'll put a link in the description. I saw it on Realms of Vaston, and Fix-It uses it on Home, which is a great series. You should go look at it. I really like it, so I thought I didn't want the whole texture pack. I just wanted the sort of fluffy bushy leaves. Whether I leave it on is another matter, but for the moment, yeah, we've just got fluffy leaves. I quite like them. And that's what they do to birch. Look at that beautiful golden autumnal colour. Ah, it's just perfect. We're just going into autumn here in Australia, so a lot of our trees aren't deciduous. They don't change colour. The ones that do are introduced. But oh, I do love that. And the spruce is gorgeous. Yeah, I like better leaves. I got the floors sorted out. I had to get the floors sorted out, and I've sorted out down here. So this was dirt, and now we can come in and watch the skeleton spawner at work. There's one sitting on top of the spawner there. We forgot to put glass on top of the spawner. Oh well. We'll live with that one. But this is now working beautifully. They think it's night all the time. Hello. And we have a nice little downstairs area. I've extended it a bit. It's got a back entrance. I have to work out how to hide all this. But that goes down to the river. I'll put a path in, I think. And we need better than dirt walls. So the first thing to do, I think, is get rid of the dirt walls. I just have to be really careful that I don't interfere with any of this. I think I'm safe here. Now, if for some reason we find we need more space down here, I can just dig out there and expand it. And because I swapped the full blocks out for slabs, we've got just that half a block more of headroom, which makes a big difference. So this has to come out too. And you can go there. And we will put the doors there. Plenty of light. None in here. Nothing can spawn because it's grass. And I think we'll do that. We'll check how that's behaved upstairs. Yeah, that's fine. So this is going to be our outer wall. And Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, that's a problem. Okay. So there's our back door done. You need a back door. And yeah, I had a spade, but I used it up and I'm too lazy to go make one. See, the house itself, that's going to be easy. Covering this, that's what's going to take the time and the planning. Yeah, I got to think about that. I'm always saying that, aren't I? Sorry, I do have to think about it though. But what I do know is that the main doors will be there. It's a start. Well, a little more progress. I've put some walls in because rightly or wrongly I didn't like the big wide open space. We've also got space for windows and we've got another door out to here because we're going to be putting the cactus and cocoa bean farm here, and the barn will have to go somewhere around here too. So we've got our main doors here and then the door out to the yard here, and it comes past our storage unit and round into the main room where the flower farm is. And we've also got a little stove which is flued, and I still don't know what to do with this. Oh, it's tough. I need another layer along here. I'll keep working on it. Right, I'm trying to plan some things out. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. I'm keeping away from the rails. That should actually be there. I'm wondering if I make this like a machinery shed. That could be the solution. And then there. And is there rail right the way along this? Yes, there is. Okay. You've given me a really interesting one to work out, Smurf. This is a challenge. I think like this, maybe. And yeah, that's in line with that. Oh, it's tough. And not that. So then I line that with acacia. And this comes along here. There we go. When I was a very little girl, and I'm talking like 3 years old, I think, we used to get dragged up to Yamba to stay with my paternal grandparents. Now, Yamba is about, it was about 14 hours away from where we lived. which is quite a long way, especially when you're a small child. And my grandmother's house had an understairs storage part, which was basically just dirt and access to under the house should it be needed. And we were always warned as kids not to go in there. It wasn't safe. But they had pillars and then trellis. So I suppose what I'm doing is that. If you don't like this handy Smurf, let me know. I'm not sure I like it at the moment either. The place used to terrify me. So maybe recreating something from childhood that scared me is not a good idea. We'll see how it looks when we get all the rest of it finished. But in the meantime, at least it gives me some semblance of structure. Don't like too tall grass. All right. I'll keep working. Oh, that's the roof done. It's a bit of a mess. The machinery shed doesn't look too bad from inside, but this needs detailing on the outside. We'll have a look at it from another angle. It's lacking in detail, but what can I say about it? It's weird. Although from here, actually, I quite like it. All right, we'll work on the rest of it. We will put details in. We'll see what happens. At least I know I'm on the right path. I still don't know what to do to put detailing on the house, but we can spawn-proof this roof because a lot of it isn't. Now, I know with the trading hall, Smurf and I were talking about carpets and we didn't want to put torches on. And there's a much easier, much nicer looking way to spawn-proof a roof than using carpet. And I've done it before. And I should have remembered. It's pressure plates. Mobs can't spawn on them. And from the ground, it just looks a little more tiley than it would otherwise. But because pressure plates are now made out of the wood that you make them out of, whereas they always used to just look like oak regardless, we can use them to spawn-proof a roof. It's going to take me a bit, but at least we won't have visitors camping out up here. The only problem with it is seeing where you've put them. Oh, I'll just walk over the whole roof later, and if every block ticks, I know I've got them all. Okay, I've come up with a bit of a solution. I do think continuing the roof along there has helped break up that wall a lot. Still not happy with this, still don't know what to do with it. Thinking about this with, of course, that. Oh, how does that look? Better. I don't want to over detail it. Those windows might still be a little bland. And round here definitely is. I need to take these out. and they need to have those in their place. But that's still pretty dull for an entranceway. That's not bad, but it's lacking something. No. No, just as bad, just the other way up. Oh. All right, if in doubt, try gates. No, that's now getting too fussy. Oh. Okay, now I know the devil is in the detail, and that is not detailed. Oh, but today, this is really getting away from me. I think I might have to do with this what I do with my paintings when I'm struggling with them. Well, metaphorically do what I do. What I normally do if I've got a painting or a drawing and it doesn't work, I turn it around so it faces away from me and I leave it for a few days so that I can come back and look at it with fresh eyes and hopefully see what it needs, what's wrong with it, what has to change, what can stay the same, what needs to be added. So to that end, I'm going to leave this today. That was a big job getting that done. And I don't think I'm looking at it clearly anymore. So I'm going to leave it for a day or two. Maybe a day or 3. And then I'll come back and have a look at it. And hopefully I'll go, yes, of course. That's what's needed. But while we're in here, I may as well show you the inside's done. It's not furnished, obviously. There's still chests everywhere. That bed's not going to stay there. But at least the structure's here. So we've got our door to the yard, when the yard exists. And that can go on the wall. We've got little understairs storage. That's our back door. And here's our flower farm. So this bottom floor is really sort of a whole workspace. It's not really a living space. It's a little stove to keep the occupants warm in the winter or to make a cup of tea. Downstairs we've got skeleton farm, obviously, and this is covered in glass, which isn't spawnable, not grass, which is spawnable. There. And this, of course, goes through to the back, and I will put a path down to the river. And there's a cave or something under here. I have checked everywhere, and it's got to be below us, like directly below us. Just have to put up with the noises in the meantime. So that's downstairs, and the ground floor. If we go up to the first floor, this is where the living quarters will be. So little room here. This will be a little kitchen dinette, and then I'm thinking of actually putting a wall across here so that we've got a little bedroom. I just haven't decided yet. No, there's not really much in the way of windows because the equipment shed comes up against here. Once it's furnished, it'll look much better. There won't be a lot of furniture in here because, as I said, this is a workspace. The There's still a lot to do. I will work it out. So if you've liked this, you know what to do. Whack the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and if you do, remember to hit that notification bell. And I'll see you next time. Bye.